To win a state championship is a really, really hard thing.
One of the oldest championships we run.
12 qualifying sites, a last chance qualifier.
The strongest field that we offer every year.
It is something that the top players in the state want to play in.
To put your name on this trophy where we got 101 other great players that have put their names on it is something that will be forever.
We tend to make a lot of site visits for a state amateur over the course of the year. First, initially, we'll meet in the fall just to go over some initial details. As the event gets closer, we'll make multiple visits in the spring. One of the most important visits that we'll make is the one in speaking with the golf course superintendent. Speed is not everything.
Good.
I'd rather just have a nice smooth surface that's going to roll well,
Right.
it's healthy.
And I know the faster they are, the longer the day is.
It's going to hurt
So-
us to play. I've known Mark Hoban for a number of years. He's one of the best around. Very unique individual, has a lot of unique practices as far as agronomy goes.
We've got a lot of native grasses out there that are cool season, warm season. They give structure and framing to the holes. It also brings the deer and wildlife into the golfers' purview, where they're actually can participate. I've heard that we're toxic waste sites and we're big users of pesticides and water. I think that I can just bring them out here and they can see all the wildlife and the pollinator gardens and see all of that incorporated into the golf course. We have an apiary with 10 honeybee hives and they're very sensitive to insecticides. That's the old-fashioned Langstroth hive. Hopefully we'll get at least 100 pounds of honey processed in August.
It was just a true pleasure to work with him and his team. They do a great job.
Well, it's a big one for me. Amazed that Chris and his work got them to choose Rivermont, which is terrific. So it's a heck of an honor. Hopefully, everybody will like what they see when they get here.
Mm-hmm. Whenever there is buy-in from the club and investment from the club, from the staff and the members of the club, it just makes all the difference. It's something that the players notice on their end, and it's something that we notice as well on our end.
Rivermont obviously is a great venue, and I couldn't be happy to play here.
Well, we can't run these events without our GSGA volunteers. They serve as rules officials on the golf course, so they're starting, they're scoring, they're serving as zone officials throughout the event.
Today I am a rover on the backside here at Rivermont. It's my job to help keep them on pace and to help them with any rulings that they may have. It's a chance for me to give back to a game that has given me so much. It builds character, and I think it's a great game, and I think it's a good game for kids to get into and learn a little bit about life. Anytime you're a volunteer for the GSGA, you are representing the association. And to me, that's the biggest responsibility. You need to be kind to people, even when you're a rules official and you're trying to tell them they need to hurry up and play faster.
We cannot do this as a staff alone. Thankfully, we've got close to 100 active GSGA rules volunteers. They make it all possible for us, so we couldn't do it without them.
Welcome to the 102nd Georgia Amateur Championship. Over the last 50 years, the Cupid family has built Rivermont into one of Georgia's gems. Now the club hosts the Peach State's best amateurs for the very first time.
All right, we're here at the 102nd Georgia Amateur Championship. Just finished round 3. We're here with our leader, Jake Peacock. Jake, 171 today. What did you do well out there today? It's your third straight round under par.
I just tried to stick to the game plan I had at the start of the week, and it's the recipe I've been using has clearly been working. And, a big thing for me is just trying to play.
I think from an atmosphere standpoint, there was a lot of anticipation and excitement. The leaderboard was fairly bunched up. There were a lot of players in contention. There was just a lot of buzz. And like I said, the membership was really behind the championship. So they were showing up to watch and support the players. It was just setting up to be a really exciting day.
The amount of support and excitement that's out here, it's been awesome. All of the players have been saying that our members come out there and it's super encouraging and super helpful. And the members come back and like, oh my God, we're seeing so much good golf.
In the final hole of the championship, there was just a lot of excitement. A lot of members of the club and guests and spectators were crowded around the 18th green. There was a grandstand behind the 18th green. Jake Peacock had a one-shot lead at the time after putting together a string of birdies on the back nine. And really all he needed to do was play it smart and safe.
And that tee shot on 18, any nerves?
I'd be lying if I said no. But it means you care, and I think I did a good job of settling down before I put the peg in the ground and put the best swing of the day on it.
He didn't necessarily need to make birdie, but he needed to keep himself from getting into trouble. So he hit his tee shot in the fairway, knocked it on front of the green in regulation, and had 2 putts to make to save par and to win the 102nd Georgia Amateur.
I'm just truly honored for the opportunity that this week presented, and to be able to hold this high is truly special to me.
This would not have been possible without Rivermont Golf Club, our host facility. Chris and his family have been involved and own Rivermont since 1973. They're celebrating their 50th birthday this year. You know, they were looking forward to it to celebrate their 50th, and they came through in shining fashion. They have set the blueprint for state amateurs moving forward.
It truly was a professionally ran event by you guys, and the fans here on 18 made it really seem like a tour event. Just the whole collective group of Rivermont and the members, you guys, it made this week beyond special. And that's a wrap.